So like I was saying, these are the various growth strategies for the smart coin, just in case some people are still having some, questions lingering in their minds with regards to the possible growth of the smart coin. So the very first one, like I was trying to explain just before I went off, the fact that the company has been able to put in place what we call a standalone wallet, which is a decentralized application, which is affiliated to its smart blockchain, which is the smart wallet. Now, what is the advantage of that? I was trying to provide answers to a certain question, which I said, I'm sure somebody is possibly going to ask that question. Remember when we started swapping, our legacy coins for the smart coins, it was done at the rate of $0.1 or 10 cents. But it didn't mean that because some people it didn't mean that the smart coin was tied to a fixed value of 10 cents. That was not what it meant. Like somebody could actually go to the market and sell it at a constant price rate of $0.10 or 10 cents. No, that is not what it actually means. That $0.10 is just a reference that is used to be able to quantify the amount of smart coins that you can get for any quantity of legacy coins that you are swapping. That is what it means. Right now, you notice that the price of one smart coin in the market is around 0.01. Means that it actually fell from, let's say, 0.1, and it actually went down to 0.01. And people are asking questions. Now, what is the possible reason that it cannot keep dropping? Now, let me explain why the price actually went down from that value. It's very simple. Remember, before the existence of this smart wallet, the only exchange that was providing us wallets that could host the smart coin was the Coinsbit exchange, which means that was the only place where we could actually get to store our smart coins. So what was happening? Who is this person with the mic on? I think I should just send this person out. Okay. So like I said, before those wallets actually came, everybody was withdrawing smart coins, was taking the smart coins to where? To the Coinsbit exchange. And everybody taking smart coins to the Coinsbit exchange always had the tendency of sending them directly to the market to sell. So what happened? There was a huge availability of the smart coins on the market. Whereas we didn't have a demand yet. Even as of now, there is no demand yet that is being created for the smart coin. There is not, because there is nothing as of now that you can use or you can make use of the smart coin to do. There is nothing. But in a couple of days, like I'll be explaining very soon, you will start seeing what the smart coin will be used for. Now you begin to understand why there will be a very serious, in fact, there will be a massive demand for that smart coin. Just like I told you that Alex has found a solution, a better solution for all of this. That's why he doesn't talk about PLC, PLCU, Classic, and the rest. We are now with the smart coin and the ULTIMA token. Those are the two cryptocurrencies that he's concentrating his efforts on. So like I said, now that the smart wallet has come, what happens? A majority of the people no longer take their smart coins to the Coinsbit exchange because they now have wallets where they can actually hold these smart coins inside. So what does this tell you? That the flow, the traffic of smart coins on the Coinsbit exchange has reduced because many people are now putting most of the smart coins in their wallet, thereby doing what? Creating some kind of scarcity on the availability of the smart coins on the market. So what does that tell you? That simply tells you that since there's a reduction in the supply of the coins in the market, definitely you will start seeing an improvement also in the price. If the price is still not moving now, it's because the demand is still low. Why is the demand low? Because we have not actually started making use of the smart coin, but we are going to start making use of the smart coins in a couple of days. In a couple of days, I'm going to explain how that will be done. But my fear is by the time they start making use of it, most of the people who are on this Zoom call now and those who are not yet, who have not swapped their coins, they will be the first people to start crying everywhere because they will see things that they can do using smart coins. But as of that moment, they don't have smart coins. And remember, when you swap, you are going to be getting just 1% annually. You are going to be getting just 1% annually. Meaning that if you are not swapped, the time you will take to go and swap, you start expecting monthly returns. The availability of those juicy products that we need to make use of using our smart coins, you will probably miss out on of all of them because you will still be waiting for several months to accumulate what? To accumulate smart coins. Whereas it's something you would have done a long time ago because we started singing so many months back about the importance of people getting to swap their coins. So, well, like I said, everyone is at liberty to do what they want. So that's the first advantage, reducing the traffic of the smart coins on the exchange market. Through what? Through the presence of the smart wallet, which we already have, which means right now, many people prefer to hold the smart coins in their wallet. Now, the second one, this is how the smart wallet is going to start functioning very soon, I think in a couple of days. Everybody who has a smart wallet, remember that smart wallet is going to be one of the most sophisticated and most advantageous cryptocurrency wallets you will ever know in the world as of now. Why? Because in that particular smart wallet, you will be able to have access to up to about 10 different mainstream cryptocurrency wallets that are integrated, that are inbuilt inside. Means you'll be able to have inside that same wallet, you'll be able to store your ULTIMA tokens, you'll be able to store your smart coins, you'll be able to store USDT, BNB, Ethereum, you know, most of those mainstream cryptocurrencies, you will find their space created in that particular wallet. Means that a common wallet that has space for all these mainstream cryptocurrencies. Right now, you have just two cryptocurrencies that are reflecting inside, notably the ULTIMA token and the smart coin. Those are the only two. But with time, they'll be integrating those other ones. You will see them with time, they will enter there. Which means many more people around the world will be making use of this smart wallet because they can hold so many of these cryptocurrency assets at the same time. But now, Alex has put a condition saying that for anybody to make use of that smart wallet, anybody, any transaction you want to make using that smart wallet, the first condition that you need to fulfill is that you must have a minimum of 100 smart coins frozen inside that wallet. You must keep it. That's the first condition. Now, just imagine that you have about a community of 2.5 million persons, and they all, each of these, you know, members of the community has a smart wallet. And before the smart wallet starts working, you will need to freeze in each wallet at least a minimum of what? 100 smart coins. Multiply 100 smart coins by, let's say, a community of 2.5 million persons. How many smart coins do you think would have been taken out of the market? You should start asking yourself that. Which means that they are reducing the quantity of smart coins out of the market. Because if you don't do that, you will not be able to make use of that smart wallet. And there is no way you will not want to make use of the smart wallet, especially after knowing about the advantages that this smart wallet has. So that's the second strategy that the company is putting in place to make sure that there is scarcity of this coin in the market that will indirectly affect positively the price of the coin. The third strategy, the company also has decided to embark on a massive burning of this coin. Through what? All the transactions that will be taking place on this blockchain, every transaction that you carry out on the smart blockchain will require a gas fee. And that gas fee will be paid solely in terms of the native cryptocurrency here, which is that smart coin, which means a certain quantity of the smart coins will be burnt before the transaction can go through. In other words, can refer to it as a gas fee. So imagine that many people are carrying out transactions on that smart blockchain, and every transaction goes with a certain quantity of smart coins that are being burned. What does that tell you? That there will be a huge disappearance of smart coins from the market. Time is coming when most of us will not even have enough of these smart coins. And remember, once these smart coins are instead leaving the exchanges, because many people are buying them in order to burn for the transaction they are carrying out, or because they want to do whatever they want to do. That means you who already swap community coins, you will be the ones supplying the market with what? With these smart coins, where people will go and buy to use for whatever they want to use them for. The question is, how many smart coins do you have now? The smart coins are even very cheap for somebody to even go to the market and buy. Or better still, go and buy any of these community. This is where those who are selling coins very cheap in the market, they are good customers for people like us. Because we would prefer to go and buy those coins from them very cheap, PLC, PLCU, X, and the rest. Since they want to sacrifice them, we'll go and buy at a cheaper rate, and we do what? We swap. We start waiting for all of these activities to take place so that we can now begin to valorize, you know, their efforts, which they have decided to give away. We'll collect those efforts from them, and then we make proper usage of them. It's as simple as that. So the fourth strategy is that the company is going to list the coin on CoinMarketCap, and they're eventually going to list the coin on other exchange markets. What does this tell you? It simply tells you that instead of having CoinsBit as of now as the only exchange that is receiving all of these smart coins, Because when all the coins are directed to CoinsBit, what will happen? It means that the CoinsBit market will be saturated. There will be too many coins there. What will be the consequence? The price of the coin will be rubbish. So if they decide to distribute these coins to other exchange markets, so that one market does not carry all the coins, the truth is that the price can easily remain stable at a certain price, because the coin is spread in different markets. And when it's listed also on CoinMarketCap, that is when some people will feel comfortable to start looking for this coin. There are many people who say we don't buy cryptocurrencies if we don't see those particular cryptocurrencies mentioned on CoinMarketCap or maybe listed on Binance and so on. There are people like that. And Alex is definitely going to list this coin there. Now, what does that tell you? That in time to come, you might not be seeing the growth right now, but time is coming. Remember, those of you who actually know about the history of BNB, the Binance coin, that is how it started. Binance started during its humble beginnings at a rate of about 0.005. But today, they were, in fact, I think in the past months, the BNB coin actually went up to about $600 and something dollars, something that started, you know, during its genesis at the rate of 0.005. Look at the gap between 0.005 and $600 and something dollars. What does that tell you? So you have to think smart. It is not about you converting the coins to start having the money immediately. No, it's not about that. It's about you building a legacy for several years. That is what we are talking about. We're not talking about somebody swapping coins to make about, let's say, $600, $1,000, $2,000. That's chicken change. We're talking about you building something that will follow you for a very long time. That is why most of you need these smart coins. So what will be the advantage? After the company will have put all of these strategies in place, scarcity of the coin in the market definitely lead to what? To the price growth. So the question here is, why are you still holding on to your legacy coins? Now, let me show you a simple example. What are some of the benefits of swapping legacy coins to the smart coin? Let me show you some of the examples, or rather some of the advantages. The first advantage is that you are going to be doing the swapping at a fixed rate of what? 10 cents. That's $0.10 per smart coin. That is the rate. It is that low, which means that you have the possibility to get so many smart coins given to you for every legacy coin that you convert. For instance, let me take a simple example, the case of PSUX. The price of the legacy coin PSUX as of today still remains at $100,000. It has never changed. But some people still have a mix-up with the fact that when they say PSUX is $100,000, some people go to the exchange and say, no, PSUX is selling for $600. Those are the people who have not understood. Now, there is a difference when they say a particular cryptocurrency is constant. I want many people to understand this well, because many people still don't understand what that means. A cryptocurrency company can only guarantee the price of its cryptocurrency when that cryptocurrency remains within its ecosystem. Once it remains within its area of jurisdiction, it can guarantee the price of the coin. But when the coin is out of its area of jurisdiction, there is no more guarantee. What am I saying? Every cryptocurrency that goes to the exchange market, it is now in what they call the free market. There is nobody who has control over the price. The price there is determined by the law of demand and supply. But if the cryptocurrency remains within the jurisdiction or within the ecosystem of the company can guarantee the price, which is exactly what is happening to our own. So if you are using PSUX within the ecosystem of Platin World, be rest assured the price remains at $100,000. But some people understood it to mean that whenever you go to the exchange with the coin PSUX, you will always sell it at the rate of $100,000. It doesn't work like that. There is no cryptocurrency that does that. If the cryptocurrency in question is not a stable coin like USDT, no other cryptocurrency, which is a volatile coin, does that. Because there, the value depends on the law of demand and supply. That's what defines the price there. And that exchange is not owned by Alex. It is not owned by Platin World, which means that is another market. So there, the price depends on the market forces. But within Alex, the price of the coin is $100,000. And how do you see? That's why he now tells you that if, for instance, you want to swap one PSUX and the swapping rate is $0.10, which means one PSUX, which is equivalent to $100,000. If you divide it by 0.10 cents, that is going to give you how many smart coins? 1 million smart coins. Now you see that the price has been maintained at $100,000, and then they are giving you a product which is worth that $100,000. That is the meaning of the coin being constant in value within the ecosystem of the company, not outside. On the exchange, it is something else. So I want everybody to understand this very well. It's very important. Now imagine that you have just one PSUX, you swap it, you are going to get how many smart coins? 1 million. Have you asked yourself that if one smart coin grows now from the value where it is on the exchange, which is at 0.01, to just 0.1, if you go to 0.1, that means you now have an asset worth what? $100,000. That is a lot of money. I want us to be able to reason it from this angle. Now the question is, do you have one PSUX? If no, how much does it cost you now to get one PSUX? Go now to that exchange market where people are offering their coins for free. Go and meet those who are offering coins for free. Buy one PSUX from there and do what? Swap and get what? 1 million smart coins. It's as simple as that. You start building a big portfolio for yourself. Just like BNB started back then at 0.005 and it actually went up to what? 600 and something dollars. Imagine that you are able to do the same thing with a smart coin. Because like I told you, the potential of the smart coin, like the CEO has been singing in every Zoom meeting, is very big with this particular smart blockchain. Some of you might not be seeing it now. That's because you might probably not be conversant with the advantages related to smart blockchain. Those of us who have these experiences, that we know what a smart blockchain is capable of doing. For instance, the smart blockchain of Binance, Ethereum, Solana, Polygon, most of you here, you have ideas about what these cryptocurrencies are really all about. These are mainstream cryptocurrencies, and they actually came to limelight and they are strong in the market because of their smart blockchains. And now Alex has come up with a smart blockchain which is stronger than all of these ones. That should tell you a whole lot. Okay. Now let me show you this simple example also. Assuming that you go to the market, you want to buy PSU Classic. PSU Classic is selling very cheap in the market now. I think it's selling at the rate of $38. Assuming that you go and buy up to 10 PSU Classic, if you want to swap them for a time frame of 3 years or for the 3 years plan, it means that 10 Classic, when you are swapping for the 3 years plan, it means that one Classic will be re-evaluated at the price of $10,000. So if you multiply $10,000 by the 10 Classics, you divide by 0.10, which is the swapping rate. That gives you how many smart coins? 1 million smart coins. During the first year, you are going to get just 1% of these 1 million smart coins. And that 1% will be 10,000 smart coins. So if you divide these 10,000 smart coins by 12 months in that year, it means that every month you are getting what? 833 smart coins. If you do the swapping of the same 10 PSU Classic for 5 years, the price for the 5-year swapping plan is $20,000 per Classic. If multiplied by the same 10 Classic which you've just bought, divided by 0.10, that gives you what? 2 million smart coins. 1% for the first year will give you what? 20,000 smart coins. The 20,000 smart coins divided by 12 months means every month you are making what? 1,666 smart coins. So will you prefer to be making 833 smart coins a month or 1,666 smart coins per month for the same 10 PSU Classic that you bought? And now if you go to the market, people are selling Classic very cheap. The price of one Classic now is about $38. And if you want to buy up to 10 Classic, multiply 10 Classic by $38, that gives you $380. So with $380, you can buy what? 10 PSU Classic and you swap them for what? To get 1 million smart coins or 2 million smart coins, depending on the swapping plan. It's as easy as this. So many people are just not seeing this bigger picture. So that is it for the first cryptocurrency that Alex is putting his energy on to make sure that the price comes up. Now the second one, which is called the ULTIMA token, which is also another game changer in this ecosystem. What is the importance of the ULTIMA token and its growth strategies as well? Very important. Now look at this. The ULTIMA token is going to be used as a payment method for all transactions on the smart blockchain. If it is, because the ULTIMA token, for instance, you can actually load the token on your master debit card. If you have an ULTIMA debit card, you can load the tokens on it directly. And you can withdraw the fiat equivalent of it from an ATM terminal. It is that easy. For those who be interested in the ULTIMA Travel Club, all the products from the purchase of flight tickets, hotel reservations, whatever, luxury cruise, and the rest. If you want to benefit from any of that, get up to a 90% discount you can only subscribe to it using what? The ULTIMA token. You must make use of the ULTIMA token. If you want to participate in the gaming platforms of the company, you want to buy things from the marketplace of the company, you want to participate in the crowdfunding of the company, you need what? ULTIMA tokens. Without the ULTIMA tokens, you will not be able to take part in any of this. And once you'll be making use of the ULTIMA tokens, you will need also a gas fee. And that gas fee can only be paid in terms of what? The smart coin. So these are some of the advantages around the ULTIMA token. The same ULTIMA token, you will have the possibility to be able to trade it for other coins or other tokens. For instance, you will have the possibility to convert it to maybe USDT and maybe other cryptocurrencies. By the time our internal exchange comes, even before the internal exchange comes, right now you have a pair which is ULTIMA token and USDT. Now, what are the growth strategies? This same ULTIMA token as well can also be held in the smart wallet, which prevents a huge flow also of the coins or of the token, sorry, in the market that can easily play negatively on the price. For every transaction also that takes place on the blockchain, you will be burning what? Smart coins as a gas fee, and you will also be burning up to 3% of the ULTIMA tokens that are involved in the transaction. So for every transaction, there is a burning of a 3%, which makes the token a deflationary token, which means that as time goes on, or the more the transactions, the more the quantity of tokens that are being removed from the market, further creating what? Scarcity of the token in the market. And that only leaves you with one thing, a possible increase in the price. The token as well is going to be listed on CoinMarketCap and on other exchanges. And the most powerful application of this particular ULTIMA token, where it is going to make so many people millionaires very, very soon, which I'm gradually getting there, is its usage on our delegated liquidity pool, DLP. This is actually the element that is going to constitute the nucleus of this particular Zoom session. So everything, even if you forget every other thing that I've said before now, make sure that you start opening your ears from now, because I'm going to start talking about the DLP. This is actually what is a new thing, or that this is what has brought for the new era that I talked about at the beginning of this Zoom presentation. It's about this DLP. So I'm going to be talking about it. Now, just before I get there, the question here is, how do you get ULTIMA tokens? Because many of you, I'm sure you don't have the ULTIMA tokens. How can you get ULTIMA tokens? You can actually get an ULTIMA token by doing what? By getting a farm for it. You can buy an ULTIMA token farm. Then you load the farm with what? With ULTIMA tokens, and you begin to produce more ULTIMA tokens for yourself. But you have just between now and the 31st of this month. After the 31st of this month, that will be all. Nobody will be able to buy the farm again. Just like right now, it is impossible even. No, I think even the farm should even be out. It's not even possible for anybody to buy. Okay, that one is for the cashback. So, if you really want to get ULTIMA tokens for now, my advice is go to the exchange and you buy the ULTIMA tokens from there. The price of the ULTIMA token has descended or has dropped from $10,000 where it was referenced. It is now selling at the rate of, I think, 4,000 something, or let's say 5,000, which means that the price has actually dropped by half. That gives you the advantage to do what? To be able to buy a very good quantity of these ULTIMA tokens and you keep. You can buy a good quantity of the ULTIMA tokens and you keep. Now, for those who have bought the farms before now, they have the possibility to keep doing upgrades of their farm spaces with a 40% balance for those who actually got in during that period. But it's not the same thing for anybody who wants to get in now. You don't have that possibility again. So the only option that you have is to go to the exchange market now and do what? And buy the ULTIMA tokens from there and hold. They are not asking you to go and buy a farm and get the tokens and put inside and you begin to farm them. You know, just go to the exchange, buy the tokens and hold for yourself. Because I'm going to show you exactly what you will need to make use of or how you need to make use of. And that will be in this third point, which is your participation in our DeFi project. For those of you who are actually knowledgeable in cryptocurrency, you understand what DeFi is. Now, that is actually the latest project which is more or less like a business model. It's a new business model that the company has decided to adopt that will valorize most of our coins. Now, what is this new project all about that the company is actually holding, which I want everybody on this Zoom call to open their ears very well and understand it perfectly before you miss out on the bigger picture. Now, this new project is what we refer to as the decentralized finance, which is abbreviated DeFi. What is this DeFi project all about? Now, let me first of all state it. For those of you who still don't understand what decentralized finance really is all about. Take, for instance, that you go to a bank. If you go to a bank, what are actually the activities that a bank is carrying out? A bank does so many things. In a bank, you can receive loans. You can actually save money in your banks. You can, in fact, there are too many things that can be done. There are too many things that can actually take place in a bank. But again, for all of those services that a bank is offering, they need somebody who has to play a central role in doing what? In doing verifications of all of those transactions. That's why we have bankers in a bank. So all of those bankers are simply there to verify, the authenticity of those transactions. For instance, if somebody sends you money through a bank, when you go to the bank, you have to meet somebody there who will ask you for some ID, just because the person needs to be sure that you're actually the person to whom the funds are actually destined to. That is what bankers do. But now, technology has made it possible in such a way that we can replace the activities of those bankers. Imagine that I replace a banker or a banking agent by a software that can do the same thing that that particular banker is doing. Maybe giving out loans to people. You have to go and fill some documents. You do all of that before they give you the loan, and they start tracking. They say, okay, your loan has to mature between this period and this period. This is how much you need to be paying on a monthly basis, and so on. And because that banker is doing all of this banker has to be paid every month. He earns a salary. But now, I can look for a possibility to replace him by putting a software in place that can do those same things that a banker is doing. Now, such a software that is doing all the activities that those bankers are doing is what we call a smart contract. So sometimes when you hear of smart contract, many people don't understand what a smart contract is. So in simple terms, a smart contract is a automation of certain activities that normally would have been done by human beings, especially in the context of a bank. So I can actually replace all of those activities carried out by bankers by a software program, which is referred to as a smart contract. So when you hear of a smart contract, know that is a software that is automating a certain process, or that makes sure that something happens when certain conditions are met, instead of a human being doing it manually. That's what a smart contract is. So a decentralized finance actually deals with smart contract. Like you see here, a DeFi is a class of financial products, such as apps and protocols, which are basically computer programs that are built on what? On the blockchain, and are governed by what? By smart contracts. Now, what are the advantages of a DeFi? For those who don't know as of now, a DeFi protocol offers users all financial services that you would normally expect from a bank, except for the fact that there are no centralized authorities, means that there is nobody involved in doing all the verifications. Now, this normally includes allowing users to deposit funds for interest, borrowing money, lending money, all of those things that you know with a bank. A smart contract can actually execute all of that. That's the advantage of a smart contract. And there are very few blockchains in the world that offer smart contract, like the blockchain of Ethereum, and of course, our own blockchain, which is the smart blockchain. It also gives people the possibility to run also their products using our smart contract, or the smart contract facilities that the blockchain is offering. That is massive. Now, the main use case of the DeFi project or application is in the provision of what? A liquidity pool. That's one of the advantages of a decentralized finance. Decentralized finances usually deal with what we call liquidity pools. Now, what is a liquidity pool? Let me explain in simple terms so that you understand the big thing which is coming with our company, which is the delegated liquidity pool, which I mentioned at the beginning. Let me first of all make you understand what a liquidity pool in simple terms is all about. Give me a... All right, so like I was trying to explain before. Now, assuming that a particular company wants to launch its cryptocurrency, there are two possible ways they can go around it. It is either Okay, let me concentrate with the case of Platinum World, what Platinum World actually did. Before now, Platinum World gave the powers, gave the democratic rights to the members of its community to do what? To be able to produce coins and then bring the coins to the market. Means that they give you a technology, which is what we call the farm. You will use the farm, produce any quantity of coins that you can produce, and you do what? You take the coins to the market. But now we saw the disadvantage with that method. What was the disadvantage we saw with that method of taking coins to the market? Is the fact that somebody who has a lot of money can buy a very huge farm, and the person is producing so many coins. Once the person produces a huge quantity of coins, he decides to take all of those coins without any restriction to where? To the market. Assuming that 1 million people are able to do that, they produce very huge quantity of coins and they take them to the market. Whereas the demand for that same coin is very weak or is very small. What do you think will happen to the price of the coin? It has to collapse. That is one thing that explains why we had issues with PLC, PLCU, PLCUX, PLCU Classic. Because everybody was producing those coins and taking them to the market. So it was affecting the price negatively. That is the first method that this particular company used. Now the company realized that this method is not working because people just go to the market and sell coins haphazardly without bothering about the price of the coin. So they decided to change the method. By doing what? The company now says, we are going to use what is referred to as a liquidity pool. Meaning that instead of the company giving you the right to produce the coins and take them to the market, the company is going to come up with something they call a pool, whereby you as an individual, the decision on the quantity of coins you want to produce every day or every month to take to the market is no longer yours. You have no, in fact, you don't have the possibility to decide on the quantity of coins you want to take to the market. You can't do that anymore. You can still get the coins, no doubt about it, but you cannot decide on the quantity, like the quantity that you want to produce every blessed day to take to the market. You don't have that right anymore. The rights have been taken. That's the advantage of a liquidity pool, because it is now the liquidity pool that is producing the coins and now distributing to all those who are interested in having the coin. Instead of you producing the coins locally and then taking to the market, it is rather the pool that is going to produce the coins every day and then share the coin to the members who are participating in that pool. This is, in fact, this is like one of the best solutions that Alex has come up with, because this one will take away the rights from anybody who was planning to produce a huge quantity of coins and take to the market to go and dump or to go and affect the price of the coins negatively, or sorry, the token in the market negatively. Now, let us go into more details, though I'm not actually going to go very deep inside because it's something which is still new, and we are still going to be having series of Zoom presentations with the CEO to get more details on how some of these things are going to be done. So, how the delegated liquidity pool actually functions. How does it work? Very simple. Now, take a look at this graphic. Let me just do a simple explanation here. And then you all understand how this works. Now, take a look at this structure. I don't know if everybody is seeing this particular page where I am. Please just indicate if you can see the page where I am standing on at the moment. Can somebody see this page?
Yes, we can see the page.
All right, thank you very much.
The page is okay.
Perfect. Now, this is how it works. This is how it works. First and foremost, this is you standing here. You want to actually participate in this delegated liquidity pool. Now, normally a delegated liquidity pool is a liquidity pool in simple words. It's just that the company has decided to attach the name delegated to make it actually look like a customized liquidity pool. That is something which is solely us, to make it different from other liquidity pools. Because other blockchains equally, that work with decentralized exchanges, they equally have their own liquidity pools as well. So how does it work here? The first thing is, everybody, for you to participate in this, everybody needs to buy a license. Everybody. The first thing you're going to do, you are going to buy a license. But the good news here is that you will have the possibility to buy the license using your smart coins. Now you begin to understand why I said those who had not swapped their coins for smart coins, you begin to see that here. You'll be missing out on something. Because they are not asking you to go and look for money and come and buy this license. They are telling you that the smart coins that you have, you can use them to buy this license. But assuming that you are not swapping your coins, okay, you are the person who knows exactly how you want to go about it. So the smart coins that you have, you can actually use them to buy what? To buy a license. Now, once you buy a license, listen very well. What is this license going to give you? For each license that you buy, you are going to get something which is called a split. So depending on the size of the license that you buy, you will also be able to have a certain number of splits. Now, what is a split? A split is what you can refer to as a share. Like when they say somebody is a shareholder in a certain company. So when I say a split, if you want to understand it well, understand it from the perspective of a share. Somebody who owns a share in a company or in an establishment. That's what it is. So if you go in for more splits, so the more splits you have, the more advantageous it is for you. Now the question is, what is the essence of having a split? Now this split, like I said, indirectly is what we refer to as shares. So imagine that you have up to 2 shares, 3 shares, 4 shares, 10 shares, as many shares as you can. And they are going to be in existence a total or a maximum number of 1 billion shares. We are going to have a total number of 1 billion shares. So the question is, how many shares are you going to get out of these 1 billion shares? But before you start thinking of the number of shares, let me first of all explain what the advantage of each share is. How advantageous is each of these shares? Now, this is how it works. Once you buy this license, it comes with a certain number of shares. Now, through this particular license or this split, you are going to be able to do what? Get a certain quantity of ULTIMA tokens. Everybody, you have to get a certain quantity of ULTIMA tokens. Wherever you are going to get the ULTIMA tokens from, whether you have an ULTIMA token farm that is producing the ULTIMA tokens for you, or you are going to go to the exchange market and buy the ULTIMA tokens from there, just get them. Once you get these ULTIMA tokens, you are going to be able to do what? To transfer them into this delegated liquidity pool. It's a very big pool where everybody will go and get what? You will go and get ULTIMA tokens from wherever. You go and put inside that pool. Everybody will assemble their tokens inside that pool. Everybody. So once you buy a license, the license gives you a certain number of splits. Through those splits, you'll be able to send a certain quantity of what? A certain quantity of ULTIMA tokens inside the delegated liquidity pool. Now, assuming that we are 10 in number, and we all send in, let's say, 10 persons who have bought licenses. Like each of us will buy a license that comes with just 1 split, which means that there is a total of 10 splits. Now, what is going to happen? Listen well. Once those ULTIMA tokens have